Gene-edited crops to solve food insecurity in Africa. Food insecurity remains a pressing challenge across the African continent, where millions of people face chronic hunger and malnutrition. Climate change, population growth, and limited access to modern agricultural technologies have exacerbated this issue, threatening the livelihoods of smallholder farmers and putting immense strain on already scarce resources. However, a promising solution lies in the cutting-edge field of gene editing, which has the potential to revolutionize agriculture and help address food insecurity in Africa. Gene editing, a precise and powerful technique that allows scientists to modify the genetic makeup of organisms, has opened up new frontiers in crop improvement. By introducing desired traits or eliminating undesirable ones, researchers can develop crop varieties that are more resilient to environmental stresses, higher yielding, and more nutritious, all while reducing reliance on pesticides and other harmful inputs. In Africa, where agriculture is the backbone of many economies and a significant portion of the population depends on subsistence farming, the adoption of gene-edited crops could have a transformative impact. By engineering crops to withstand drought, heat, and pest infestations, gene editing can help mitigate the effects of climate change and ensure food security even in the face of increasingly unpredictable weather patterns. One of the most promising applications of gene editing in African agriculture is the development of drought-tolerant crops. With vast regions of the continent experiencing frequent and prolonged droughts, the ability to cultivate crops that can thrive in water-scarce conditions could be a game-changer. Researchers are already working on gene-edited varieties of staple crops like maize, sorghum, and cowpea, which have been modified to enhance their water use efficiency and survive periods of severe drought. In addition to drought tolerance, gene editing can also be used to fortify crops with essential vitamins and minerals, addressing the widespread issue of micronutrient deficiencies, commonly known as hidden hunger. By boosting the levels of nutrients like vitamin A, iron, and zinc in staple crops, gene-edited varieties can provide a more nutritious and balanced diet, improving health outcomes and supporting cognitive development, especially in vulnerable populations such as children and pregnant women. Moreover, gene editing holds promise for developing crop varieties that are resistant to devastating pests and diseases, which can decimate entire harvests and contribute to food insecurity. By introducing resistance genes or modifying existing ones, scientists can create crops that are better equipped to fend off attacks from insects, viruses, and fungi, reducing the need for chemical pesticides and ensuring higher yields. Beyond improving crop resilience and nutrition, gene editing can also play a role in expanding the range of crops that can be grown in different regions of Africa. By modifying the genetic makeup of plants to adapt to specific soil types, temperature ranges, or other environmental conditions, gene editing can unlock new opportunities for farmers to diversify their crop portfolios and increase food production. While the potential of gene-edited crops in addressing food insecurity in Africa is immense, it is crucial to address concerns surrounding their safety and ethical implications. Rigorous scientific assessments and regulatory frameworks must be in place to ensure that these genetically modified organisms pose no risks to human health or the environment. Furthermore, it is essential to promote public awareness and acceptance of gene-edited crops, addressing misconceptions and fostering a transparent dialogue between scientists, policymakers, and local communities. By engaging stakeholders and involving smallholder farmers in the development and implementation of these technologies, African nations can ensure that the benefits of gene editing are widely distributed and tailored to local needs and cultural contexts. To fully harness the power of gene-edited crops in combating food insecurity, investments in research and development, infrastructure, and capacity building are paramount. Collaboration between African nations, international organizations, and private sector entities can help accelerate the development and dissemination of gene-edited crop varieties, while also strengthening agricultural extension services and providing training to farmers on best practices. As the world grapples with the pressing challenge of feeding a growing global population in the face of climate change and resource constraints, gene editing represents a powerful tool in the fight against food insecurity. Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to your channel, like, and feel free to share the video. Thanks a lot for your attentions. Peace and love.